And smiles, everyone, and welcome. Today I'm working with some aluminum tape, and I thought I'd take you along and show you a few things that you can do with this product, and it is pretty awesome. You can do a lot of these with aluminum foil. It all depends what your preference is in what you want the final thing to look like. But I thought I'd tell you about this tape and why I like it so much compared to aluminum foil. With aluminum foil, you're going to have to glue it down lots of times. But if you want tons of texture, aluminum foil may end up being the one that you would prefer. But this tape I really like because it is sticky on the back. So you get this. I'll first tell you where I got this. This aluminum tape is, found in a hardware store. It's like when they're putting ducts together with plumbing type of thing. You'll find it in the plumbing section. So it comes, I think, in different widths. There's a smaller width than this, and then there's this one. And I really like this particular one because it has a brushed nickel kind of look to it. And then I have this one, which has more of the shiny. It's more of a shiny one. And I'm not even sure where I got this. Someone gave it to me, but it's much shinier, more of a mirror look to it. And it still works great. It's sticky on the back. It's a little thinner than you'll find the ones in the rolls are. And this is relatively inexpensive compared to the amount you get. I've had this one for quite a while. And there's just a ton on there. I'm not even sure how many feet, but a ton of projects can be made. And then along the trails, I'm not even sure where I found this, but it is sticky on the back as well. I'm so sorry that I can't tell you where this came from. It was from... Look at how it's forming that line every time I turn it out, but it will flatten out. But this would be really nice for large projects, right? And it has that brushed metal look to it too, which is quite nice. But today, because unfortunately I can't even tell you where I found this, it had to have been in some craft section in some shop is what I'm thinking, because you would not use it as wrapping paper, I would not think. But anyway, I'm going to set that aside. We're not going to work with that today. We're going to work with this one mostly. I did already take some scrapped packaging and stuff, and I have covered it ahead of time because there's then what we'll do, there's some things I want to do, and I'm going to run some of these through my embossing folders. And so this here is the tape right here. And in the end, you're not even going to really see this seam here. When you run it through an embossing folder, you don't really see that seam there at all. And then this one here, which I didn't get completely flat, these two here are the more shiny ones. And like I said, I used just scrap. This was a Christmas box that I had gotten, and the sides were all flat and stuff. So I just cut it up to use in my craft room. So that is what I did there. So anyways, then I had these ready to go, is what my thought process was there. And so the first thing, of course, that you can do with stuff like this is, you know, covering your scrap cardboard packaging. You can certainly cover it. You could maybe perhaps cover envelopes. I never thought to bring some envelopes. I think this technique would look really cool on an envelope as well. And then I die cut some things is what I did. Like, it just turns out so pretty, right? So I die cut some things out is what I did. Like this here little gate being metal, right? How perfect is that? And then these little telephones I thought were great. And then I had these bird cages, so I cut a couple of those out. And then with something like this, I with the die cut is the little pedestal, so I'll die cut that in maybe black or brown. And won't that look really cute? Cute to use in your ephemera. And then I just did some tiny little taggy things to use in ephemera for decorating. I did up a bunch of these buttons. I think those will be great. I think I want to make some button cards, and we'll use these to put on the button cards. So just whatever you would like to die cut, it is great for that. And then I did this one, and I think I'm going to run that through an embossing folder. And then the same with these. These were just what came out of the middles of these here. Slides, right? Those are from the middle, and they're just perfect little, they'll be used in all kinds of ways in ephemera. So I'm going to run those through an embossing folder and see how they turn out, because what I would recommend if you're going to die cut things with this, die cut ahead of embossing if you're going to do both, because of course if you emboss and then die cut, you're going to flatten your image, right? So the other thing that I thought I'd show you is you can also layer things and then cover it, which we'll do with this here, and you will get the image of what you've covered showing through your tape, right? Which is exciting. And so let's do that first. I'm just kind of playing a little bit today, but I wanted to do this. I have done one already, but I wanted to show you how simple this is. So what I did is I just die cut these images out, and I die cutted them twice and just glued them together. But you could use wood, if you have like little wood embellishments of any kind. Oh, I think I might have just put my head in the screen. I do apologize if I did that. You could put anyways, what was I saying? You could put wooden embellishments, metal embellishments, whatever you want down to see the image through our aluminum tape is what you can do. But I thought these were really cute, and I'm going to use those today. So all I'm going to do is glue these on top of here. And I hope everyone's having a lovely day. I'm thinking of doing like a tea time coffee journal, so I thought these would be kind of cute to do, so we could put it in that journal, right? So all I'm doing is gluing this down. You don't have to have glue everywhere. You don't have to have it perfect, because the tape is going to hold it down as well. But I like to put a little bit of glue on it. just so it stays in place while we're applying our, now, yeah, we could put it on the back side because then you can write on that side. So we're just going to, but I may cover that with coffee dyed paper. I just haven't decided yet. So we will just put it on this side. And then we're going to put this one down here. And then we'll cover it with our tape. I think it's going to turn out really, really cute. Which, of course, is the objective, right? Okay. Terrible weather here today. It's cool and rainy. It certainly isn't a day that you can go out into your yard and do anything. But that's okay. It gives me a chance to be in my craft room. I don't craft as much in the summer just because there's so much to do outside. So it's always nice when I can get in here. And days like this afford that. Okay, we're gonna just let that sit for a second, and then and we're gonna use some alcohol inks. I haven't used those in a while, but we're gonna do some alcohol inking once we get some of these images, especially on the embossed images. So I want to emboss a couple of images with you guys here. And you can see just how nice these emboss. So while this is drying, let's cut out a couple of images on our embossing machine. I had picked out a few embossing folders. So I thought this might be interesting because it has the scissors on it. And I thought that would be kind of cool. Then we got this lovely bird, and then this is a 3D one. So I just want to see if it does well with 3D folders because they do a much deeper impression. So I want to see if it'll tear it or anything. And then I got these two little ones, and I thought maybe one of these little ones I'll use for this. And these is what I thought I would do with that. I forgot to show you, this here is, this is a corner for corners on your pages. So I die cut these out, and they look just like metal. I thought they were awesome. So I just wanted to show you that if you happen to have a corner die cut, you could make these beautiful die cuts that look just like metal, which is awesome. And then I had a scissor one, so I did a couple of scissors that look really awesome in this metal look. So I also did those. Okay, back to our embossing. So let's emboss a couple. Oh, first I better get some of these and fit them in here. So this one, perhaps we should, let's see how well this fits in here. Okay, we'll just cut that, and then we'll do another one here, I think, because that works. Let's see if it's long enough. Let's see about this one, if it's long enough to catch it all. Whoop. Not quite. So let's see about this one, see if it fits in here. Okay, no. This one is not quite enough either. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just go here. Let's see what this one is like. Going this way, if that'll work. Oh yeah, that works perfect. Okay, and then we have this big one. I wonder if we can perhaps go this way and it'll fit. Yes, perfect. All right, so let's just cut these off because we're not going to need this much. So I'm just going to cut these down. Put that up there. And then let's get this one. There we go. Should work well. Okay. And then this one we should be able to do just fine with this piece. Yeah. Okay. Oh, bring that down a little bit. About like that. Yeah, this is going to be much thicker. I don't know how well that'll work, if we'll get too much, if it's too much for the middle or not. Okay, so let's get some die cutting. Oh, and I wanted to try, let's see, let's try the flowers and see what happens. If they almost might be too big for this. Let's position this. I think I'm going to go with the heart one and see what happens instead. They're a little closer together, so they may show up better, is what I'm thinking. And perhaps we will not do the stand. So we'll just go from, deciding if I should go up from here or just do the top. I think we'll just try the top and see what happens. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's get this one ran through, and then we'll do some of the others in a minute. See how this turns out. I'm kind of curious if this will look good or not. So we'll just run this through. Can we do that? No, I need my other, what am I thinking? I need my other plates when I'm embossing. The one plate is too thick, so we will do it this way. Okay, let's see what we get. Just move this a little bit. I like to run it through and then run it through back. I tend to do that cutting and embossing. Oh, that's interesting. But we'll see it so much more when we use some alcohol inks. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's see how it turns out. There we go. Oh yes, look at how beautiful that is. Just gorgeous. Okay, and so let's try this bird one. I think it's going to be beautiful. So let's get this bird ran through. going on? I'm having a tough time getting that through. That's unusual. Let's try it this way. It's almost too thick for this. I didn't think this was a 3D, but perhaps it is. So we're gonna try it. Perhaps with this underneath, it's not as thick, and then one on top. Let's see if that'll work better, because I am having a hard time moving that through. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, that possibly could be a 3D one, but it doesn't seem quite as deep as the other 3D that I had picked out. Okay, so let's see what we get. Oh my goodness, look at how gorgeous that is. Oh, love it. That is so beautiful. Okay, so let's try this one and see. I think what I'm going to do is spray this because it is thicker. The piece that we're running through is thicker, as well as the embossing folder is thicker. So if I can't get it through, that's fine, but I think it would look really cool. So I'm hoping we can get this through. Oh, no, that's not going to go through like that, but maybe if we take this off and just run it through with one plate. I'm going to just move this a little bit over that way. Okay, let's see if we can get it through on one plate. Okay, yep, that works. Okay, so if you can't get it through, don't try and force it through when you're working with your die cut machine. Just try a different combination and you should be able to find exactly what you need. Okay, oh my, that is so deep. It's hard to see at this moment, but oh, it's going to be lovely to try the alcohol ink on. Okay, let's just work with these pieces right now, and I can do those littler pieces later. Okay. All right, so we need to cut this one down, but let's get this covered. So then you just take your tape and just and what I do is I just place it, then get an idea how long I need it, cut it off. That, double check. I cut it kind of. Okay, and then I'll just cut another piece. There we go. So then I'm gonna cover this. So I just have to peel off the back of the tape. And then I get this beautiful piece of aluminum metal. Because it is metal, isn't it? Aluminum. Okay, it's a little, this tape is a bit thicker than aluminum that we use in our kitchens. So then I just take my scraper here and put it down a bit, smooth it out before I put the second piece on. There we go. And then I just sort of line it. I do overlap it, but only a tiny bit. where the I line it up and over. Oh, I made this one a little bit too short, I think. Oh well, I can just cut off a tiny bit on the top. Okay. All right, and then I just smooth it out. I'm just going to cut off this excess for now, so it's out of the way because it's quite sticky. Love these Pfister scissors. They're non-stick, so they're great. And then I will trim it up later when I'm done here. We'll do a trim up to make it into a tag, right? I just want to get rid of some of this excess to start with. Okay. All right, so then I take like a round little tool here. I think I got this this is for marking, you know, when you're going to fold. I lost the name of this tool in my brain right now. But like, or you like a bone folder, but this is just a ball. But you can use a bone folder as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to outline. I guess that's what I'm doing, is outlining what's underneath. And it'll just pop out. That's what's so cool about this, is it's all just going to pop. That's what it's going to do. So just be a little careful that you don't tear it. It's pretty sturdy, so you shouldn't tear it. And then I think we'll put the little, there was hearts here, I believe. It's a little hard to see, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. I can't remember what's right at the top here, but then we have a little bit here as well. This might not have been the best, because this was a little bit more complicated. Well, not complicated, but delicate. And then we have this one up here. So we'll just outline it. I think it came up this way. That. And then we have it this way. So there's more here. So basically you are going through, this is a bird, right? This was our little bird. So I think he had a little bit of an eye there. And then I forget what he's holding. That's the little bird. So you just keep going until you're happy with your marking. I'll call it marking, because that's you're marking your metal, right? So that one came out a little bit there. So then when I'm done outlining the image, then I just take my scraper or my bone folder and I press it all down. Make sure I'm happy with the look of it. And There we go. So you can really see the bird coming out and the hearts. So whatever you put underneath it is really going to show up nice. Yeah. I'm doing this and finding, I'm still going to use it. It's going to be still very pretty, but finding that I did not like how this cup turned out as well as I was hoping. But sometimes we experiment, and this, right, I can do this over again, use a different cup, and it's not going to be a big deal. Like the cost of the materials to do this is no big deal, right? Just and this is how you experiment and you learn what you like, what you don't. I still don't mind it at all, so we'll put that aside for now, and we're gonna do some, we'll cut that up, and then I'll show you how it comes alive. Absolutely comes alive with alcohol inks. Alcohol inks are perfect for this type of, oh, I don't want this. I want to cut it. Alcohol inks are perfect for this project because they just work excellent on aluminum, metal of any kind, really. Okay, I'm just going to cut this a little off. Oh, let's go over just a tad. Don't want to quite get there. Just so it's more workable. And then we'll trim it up later. Is what we'll do. We'll trim them up later. So then with the alcohol inks, I'm going to just grab my, I don't want this new, my new surface here. I do not want to wreck it. So let's use this. It's kind of stained right now, but I'll use some alcohol, straight alcohol afterwards, and I will get that all up. Okay, so let's just work with these pieces right now, and we'll emboss those a little later. But I just want to show you how they come alive when you use, oh, I need a new pad, so I'm just cut up some felt. You can buy these, but why? All you need is a piece of felt. Okay, so, well, maybe we'll try some red. Oh, some green. I think I want to use that down here. I want to use that on the leaves, and we have another green here. So let's do these leaves with these two greens is what I think I want to do. So you just need a tiny bit of this. I haven't used this in a while. Oh, that is really stuck on there. And you could use some gloves, of course, but I don't have any handy, so I'm just going to put that. Hopefully I can get this. Oh, there it is. It's coming out. So you just need a little bit. So I wanted these to kind of mix, I think. That's what I want to do. Oh, that one really came out. Okay, let's see how well this will work on these leaves. Oh yeah. So we're just going to get this. Oh, that looks so nice on these leaves. There's a flower there, so I think I will try and not catch it too much while I'm doing this. So, and then we have a flower. Up here as well. So I'm just going to go around the bird, rub this in. I got some on the bird, but that's okay. I'm fine. That's fine that I got some on the bird. There. I want it to kind of blend a bit. So, and there's, you know, on the flower too. So let's get a new one just because. And that's still very usable. I'm not going to throw that away. So let's try some of this red for the flowers maybe. That will look good. Or do we want maybe some yellow actually? No, that looks like rosy, but maybe we'll use 2 colors. Well, let's just go with this one to start with, and we can always put more on if we want. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. That just makes that pop like crazy. And we'll do some down here, right across. I wish I had done this with a round one, might have been more precise, but that's okay. I don't need to be precise, right? Art is art. Okay, I like that. And then the bird, I think the bird, let's go with blues maybe? I think the bird might look really good with blue. So I do have a blue here. So let's try this blue on the bird. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, look at that. It's popping right out. Love the bird. So then let's just put the green back on. And we'll leave it right there. Maybe we just need a little bit more on here. Just blend that in a little bit. The bird. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then I'm just going to use my hand with this part, and we'll just blend that in a little bit. There we go. This I have a little bit more control when I'm just holding it. Okay, and we'll blend this one in a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. So then this one, I want to do a blend. That's what I want to do with these numbers. So what I want is, let's have a little bit of brown here. I think this is brown. Yep. Let's get another one. This one's feeling pretty thick. What is this? Okay, let's see. We'll do a little bit of brown if I can get it out. There we go. And then with the brown, I think I want to put a bit of the yellow. Whoop, got some on myself. And then perhaps some, what do we got? Oh, that's all separated. So I did yellow. Let's put some green, I think. Let's do some green and yellow. And I think that should be good. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Oh, yeah. I like that. Might want it to be a bit darker, so I'm going to add a little bit more brown. Come on. Oh yeah, there. There we go. So, I'm learning right now that the patting is better than the swirling, because it started to break down my felt doing the swirling part. And I'm also not putting enough ink, I don't think. Oh, isn't that pretty? Let's put a little more ink on here. Like the yellow. And some green. Okay. Isn't that pretty? So you can do it all over with the alcohol ink or just parts of it. I really like this. It's really bringing out the metal look of this. Okay. So that's good for that piece. We'll let that dry a little bit. And this one, I'm thinking I want to keep using this, but maybe we'll add some red to this one. Add a little bit of red. I think would look great. So let's see what we get. Oh yeah. Isn't that pretty? So I'm not going to worry. I want some of the metal to show through on this piece. So I am just patting it and letting it fall, and where the metal is, it will be showing through. Oh, that is gorgeous. Yes, so when these dry, I will, of course, trim them up, and they're going to make some beautiful journaling cards. Okay, I like that. Let's add, I'm going to add a little bit here and see what happens. Yeah, just going to add a tiny bit of this red just along the letters. Yeah, I like a little bit of red that's coming through on that. All right. Oh, and I forgot to do this little bit. So the red, pop of red might look nice on here because it's got the hearts. So I'm just going to see, and then I'll add more red if I want. No, I like it just the way it is. I am really liking this combination. For sure. I'm gonna just come down again. Metal shows through a bit. That's fine with me. That's what I want. Except for that one spot right there. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh, and then I wanted to show you. Oh, well, this will pop as well, the one that we put underneath, but I had done one earlier, so I will just show you that one. And this is so much fun. And the other thing you can do is you can take black paint is great for something like this here, where you do, so this is another die cut that I had put on the back, and look how well that turned out. But you can take like black paint, it's great, paint over top of this, and then you take a paper towel and wipe it off. And it's really cool because the black will stay in the different creases, right? So that looks really good too. But I wanted to try my alcohol ink today for this. So this, I'll just show you this here. So this will turn into this, which is awesome, right? And the sky's the limit with the images you can do this with. So I love how that turned out. And then there's this one, and this one here. It's a little harder to see on camera, but it's beautiful. And what I will do is I will cut this one up and use the different keys. It almost looks like keys. And use it for ephemera, right? The thing that I'm thinking I might do with this one is take the black paint after this dries and go over it with the black paint and then wipe it off. And I think that will really pop all these letters for sure. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. And then this really pretty bird. Isn't that gorgeous? That turned out so well. It needs to be trimmed up, of course, but oh, love it. Love it, love it. The alcohol inks just made that pop like crazy. Then you can take your die cuts, and that one's a little harder to see, but you can really, they're really popping. The images, the little hearts are really popping on that. It's a little harder when it's metal on a camera. And then we did this one. Love it. Love it, love it. So I hope you try this out and give it a try, like with the alcohol inks, I mean, and such. But yes, you can get this tape at any hardware store, and it's just so fun to work with. And I'm sure there is tons of other things that you can do with this tape, but I just wanted to show you the embossing and the die cutting, and then of course making your own die cut whatever you want out, put it underneath, and the image just pops right through. So I hope you all have a lovely day and that you have a very crafty day, and I will see and talk to you soon. Bye for now.